Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining our Study Abroad Virtual Expo. My name is Mariana, and I work for Global Education. Global Education is an education agency, and we assist students with start to finish of the entire application process for overseas study. Tonight, I am so pleased to introduce you to my colleague, Chris. He'll be speaking to us a little bit more about the University of Derby. Thank you, Chris, for joining us. It's so great to have you on board, and we're so excited to learn more about this prestigious university. For all of our listeners, if you have any questions, please keep them to the end of this presentation, and Chris and I will be discussing them together. Chris, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to leave it to you now to take it away and tell us more about the University of Derby. Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, I'm just going to set it up for you.
Okay, great.
Great. Hello, everyone. I want to welcome all our guests, and particular applicant guests to this webinar. As Mariana said, my name is Chris White, and I'm the International Officer for Sub-Saharan Africa at the University of Derby. During this session, I'm going to give you an introduction to the university and an overview of the city, because very often people haven't heard of the city of Derby. Some information about our academic excellence in teaching, our campus, sites and facilities, and what makes Derby graduates so employable. I'm also going to talk briefly about our subject areas and some of the courses we offer, and then tell you a little bit about financial support options available, including things like current scholarships and discounts. Tell you a little bit about the support we give to international students from when you first arrive in the UK right through your time with us and even afterwards. Finally, I'm going to tell you a little bit about application, enrollment, induction, as well as visas. Presentation should last between 30 and 35 minutes, and then that will give us plenty of time for your questions. So I'll begin with a short video. Okay, that was a short video showing a little bit about the campus. As you might have guessed, the University of Derby is based in the city of Derby, which is located in the heart of England. It's the most central city in the UK, in an excellent position to access all the UK has to offer. It's actually the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, and we are very proud as an institution to be building on our region's heritage of innovation and industry-led relevant expert teaching, as well as world-leading research. We like to, as you can see from the pictures here, our location mixes the best of city living with the ability to explore one of the most stunning national parks in the country, the Peak District. We also take our sport seriously. Derby is home to a championship football team currently managed by England legend Wayne Rooney. We have a county cricket side currently captained by a former South Africa hockey and cricket player, Wayne Madsen, and it's one of only 6 indoor cycling velodromes in the UK. Excuse me. Derby also has a low cost of living when compared to many other UK cities, and the region is great for business too. There's been more than £3 billion invested in the city over the last 10 years. The city of Derby is in the top 10 for creating jobs. Derby has the highest wages in the region and is ranked second in the UK as the best second place to make a living. And Derby has a fantastic engineering heritage too, home to the likes of Rolls-Royce, Toyota, Bombardier and JCB. We're incredibly proud to be the only university in our city and county And we're also the much loved second home to more than 19,000 on-campus students, including 2,000 of which are international, for over 100 countries, creating a diverse and multicultural student community. The city of Derby itself has purple flag status and has done for the last 6 years. This is in recognition of it being a welcoming and safe place, with lots going on for international students to really experience British culture, as well as things like a good choice of cafes, bars, restaurants and shops. There are also theatres, cinemas, some great parks, arts centre, museums for you to enjoy. Derby University has significant strength in teaching and learning, which is reflected in its achievements, being rated one of the top 20 established in the country for academic experience and top 250 modern universities in the world. Top 11 postgraduate student experience, the top 10 for the international student learning experience. In the past 10 years, we've invested around £200 million on study, sports, recreation, and wellness facilities to provide the best possible experience for our students. And we are winning awards for our student accommodation. The student experience provided by the university has been rated as amongst the best in the country. As I mentioned, we've recently been ranked in the top 10 for the world international student learning experience. And one of the reasons our students have such a great experience throughout their studies, of course, the quality and professionalism of our teaching. Our course has been built by professional and academic experts with employability and up-to-date content firmly in mind. A great number of academics you'll find have come from the industry or still actually involved in industry. They know what it takes to succeed in their specialist areas. They're aware of the latest industry trends and developments and know what employers are looking for. So our campus is a short walk from the city centre, and we have a number of sites across Derby and the county Derbyshire. We've been ranked in the top 20 in the world for our campus buildings and in the latest international student barometer. The quality of our facilities ensure that you as a student will experience environments and technology on par with the highest levels of industry. Some examples of that include a forensic house with replica crime scenes and a blood splatter room. Purpose-built Crown Courtroom. Fully operational stock exchange environment in our Bloomberg Financial Markets Lab. An NHS standard hostel ward and clinical skills suite. We own and run Derby Theatre, a working commercial theatre in the city. Students are based there 2 out of 3 years in an undergraduate degree. Our new £11 million sports centre, which includes a state-of-the-art gym, fitness classes, climbing walls, squash court, tennis courts, and 3 and 4G football field. This is used both for recreation and is also used by our sports science students. We have a computer games lab, fully serviced music production studio and media suite. Derby is actually the home of Lara Croft. So any of you who've played the Tomb Raider games, she was created and invented in the city, and there is a road named after her. And we work very closely with the companies that created those games. And finally, we have a brand new £13 million science, technology, engineering, mathematics building at our Mark Eaton site. Derby is one of the 5 national STEM centres across the UK, which were created in conjunction with the government to try and develop more graduates in that area. As I'm sure you're aware, there is a world shortage in STEM graduates. And this deals with students in school, getting them to enjoy science, right through to cutting edge research and development, things like our nuclear division. Our amazing facilities are, of course, though, provide, for one reason above others, to improve the employability of you, the student, and opportunities. Derby students are award winners, innovators, and game changers. They're receiving national and international recognition for their work, embarking on life-changing placements, both in the UK and overseas. The destinations including places like India, Japan, and New Zealand. Closer to home, they're also utilising their skills and expertise to make a positive impact in our local community. Of course, study is only part of the student stories. Derby supports students to apply their learning with relevant work experience opportunities, placements, and real-world briefs. Tailored support includes CV workshops, employer events, career seminars, and online support to make sure graduates are job ready and shining in a competitive marketplace. 96% of our graduates are in work or further study within 6 months of finishing their studies, according to the last HESA data of 2018. Here you can see some of the strong industry links. We have employers across the spectrum, from charities to councils, SMEs to major multinational firms. We have key partners across the City and region, as mentioned before, including Toyota, Bombardier, and Rolls-Royce. And as a result of these partnerships, the university has a reputation for applied learning and industry-relevant degree programs, offering over 20,000 students unparalleled opportunities to gain professional work experience alongside their studies. The university offers a range of study options, right from foundation through to degree, through to an MA, C or MRes, through to MBA and DBA, and then of course PhD research opportunities. We also have a large portfolio of online learning through University of Derby Online, or UDOL. This then allows study opportunities at Derby in more than 40 subject areas. We're the most popular with our South African students. Tend to be postgraduate on things like business management, technology and engineering, as well as sports, education, and public health. I'll now go through some of these subject areas so you can get a flavour of what we offer. So our institution consists of 4 colleges: the College of Arts, Humanities and Education, Business Law and Social Sciences, Health, Psychology and Social Care, and finally Science and Engineering. These colleges then in turn are made up of 10 schools, as well as an Institute of Education and a Centre of Contemporary Hospitality and Tourism. Main subject areas include business, with its strong focus on quality innovation and real-world learning in our business programs to support ambition and drive success and ensure students are better prepared to excel in their careers. Popular courses taught within subject areas include things like international business, accounting and finance, economics, human resource management, marketing, and things like global supply chain management, logistics, MBA global, international business with finance, banking and finance, business finance. We have a large range of partners for student projects, guest lectures, and masterclasses from companies like Rolls-Royce, Ford, Toyota, DHL, and in social sciences at United Nations even, and then also at JCB. Here's also, you can see a few of the many accreditations for our business courses, including things like CIMA and ACCA. Derby Business School is also a full member of the European Foundation for Management Development, which is a network of business schools and corporations dedicated to enhancing excellence in management, education, and development globally. Law, criminology, and science encompasses things like law, criminology, criminal psychology, policing, and social science. It's taught at Derby Law School. And within this site, there is a life-size courtroom with a capacity for 350 people, which is used for things like mooting, advocacy assessments, forensic science cross-examinations, and expert witness training. In social science, we offer international relations and diplomacy, as well as global politics and sociology. Some of our courses include both the LLM and LLB, so the practice in law degree, forensic criminology, criminal investigation, police leadership, organization and strategy, intelligence, security and disaster management, which is a crossover between geoscience, law, economics. and disaster management. Then we have a new program, which is financial investigation and digital intelligence, which is very popular. We're very proud that our criminology course has been ranked 4th in the Guardian University Guide this year, and 2nd for the teaching quality in the Times and Sunday Times. We also have an LLM LPC, which combines the master's qualification with the legal practice course, which you need to practice. And we're only one of 3 UK universities with an all-access field trip to the United Nations for our international relations students and our humanitarian law students. I talked a little bit, mentioned we have a centre of excellence for tourism and hospitality. We have a very long tradition and excellent reputation in teaching events, hospitality and tourism, where you'll be supported by our expert academics and work with your fellow students to experiment and create new products and services. You'll get to blend the knowledge from a range of disciplines together with getting practical experience through placements and field trips to emerge hopefully as a multi-talented professional. We have strong links with local, national, international employers such as Marriott and Hilton hotels, then more locally the National Trust, the National Local Tourist Boards, and even with Disney World. And all those programs have professional accreditation also. One of the most popular areas with our South African students is within engineering, mathematics and technology. We offer courses in things like architectural design, civil engineering, construction, control and instrumentation, strategic engineering management, data science, things like big data analytics. We offer electrical, electronic engineering. Then in computing, we offer information technology and very popular cybersecurity, alongside mechanical, manufacturing engineering and production engineering. We provide an innovative teaching curriculum with a balanced program of scientific theory and practical sessions. The students are taught at our new STEM centre. Our facilities there include a sound, light and event technology auditorium, 8 dedicated computer labs containing dual screen and multi-processor computers equipped with a variety of industry standard, commercial and open source software. Games programming labs supported by both Nintendo and Microsoft, engineering laboratories, electrical, electronic, motorsport and motorcycle, mechanical and manufacturing, wood, metal, and even a renewable energy lab. In the bottom of the slide, in the left-hand side, you can see a soundproof room. In the middle, you can see a racing car that was built and designed by our students. Our art and design courses are also taught at the STEM Centre, which was created specifically for arts, design and technology, where we offer diverse and distinctive range of programs. Facilities there also include things like recording studios and post-production rooms, TV and radio studios, and a newsroom, traditional and digital dark rooms. Also, I mentioned earlier about Derby Theatre, where students work and study in a major live city centre venue, which has just recently won the Excellence in Arts Education Award at the UK Theatre Awards. Some of the programmes include things like film production, media production, design, sound arts, including music, things like fashion, interior design, visual communications, which includes separate programs in graphic design, illustration, and animation, to name just but a few. And we also have a crossover with health, where we offer both undergraduate and postgraduate therapeutic arts programs as well. Also within that college, we have Humanities and Journalism. We offer courses in those subjects, but what makes Derby slightly different is the dedicated and personalised support of the tutors, their experience and research, reputation in the field, the links with cultural organisations and authors and publishing houses, and access to a unique range of nationally and international important heritage sites on our doorstep. Journalism programme offers a clear pathway to industry and meets the growing demand for highly knowledgeable and skilled multimedia journalists. So we offer programmes in journalism, but we also have specialist sports journalism and football journalism as well. History, global affairs and politics, creative writing, English, and then publishing. In education, we offer a great student experience, always focusing on students as individuals and working hard to prepare them for the challenges of the 21st century teaching and learning. Particularly, this is very, very pertinent with lockdowns of schools, teachers been having to switch to online. So having students' ability to change the way they teach and learn has been very useful. As I mentioned, in a climate of almost constant change, the education agenda is sometimes influenced by rapid shifts in policy, and our aim is to prepare our students to meet these challenges as they translate to the modern classroom. We all specialize in education, but we also specialize in things like special educational needs and inclusivity, leadership and management, careers education and coaching, early childhood studies, school direct, and post-14. We have top class courses. Ofsted rated our primary education and further education courses as outstanding in our last review. And in the newly qualified teachers survey, our students rated their trainers amongst the best in the country. Another very popular area with South African students is health and social care, based at our Kelston Road and Britannia Mill sites. We offer programs in nursing, and this includes postgraduate and undergraduate, mental health, adult and child separately, occupational therapy, again, both undergraduate and postgraduate, a new leadership management, health and social care for those students who want to develop management skills, so in all different areas of health, whether you're an occupational therapist, a social worker, a nurse, a radiographer, if you want to develop those management skills in different types, then we offer that. We offer degrees and masters in social work, public health, and radiography. We boast some of the best facilities in the country, and the strong links we enjoy with NHS and wide range of statutory and voluntary agencies mean we're keeping our finger on the pulse of what's currently relevant within the healthcare profession. And we're proud to be ranked in the top 20 for nursing in the UK. Our facilities include a £1.5 million clinical skills suite, NHS standard clinical areas with latest diagnostic and simulated hospital learning equipment, an immersive simulation room, creative therapy students counselling suites, community care, living space, and even a rehabilitation kitchen. That. And then moving on to our science section. So we offer programs with our science subject areas with new knowledge designed to save people and save places. This is the area that we focus on as an institution. Our expert staff are actively currently involved in research, and our students are encouraged to have an active mind in every stage of their learning journey with an aim of them becoming leaders in the subject. We offer courses in things like biomedical science, biology and zoology, environmental assessment control, forensic science, sports and exercise science, and psychology, as well as geoscience. Our facilities include specialist forensic, biological, and chemical laboratories. Crime scene house and crime scene cars, you can see pictures below. Psychological laboratories, which include things like eye tracking and an observation suite. I mentioned about our sports centre with facilities including sports and exercise, physiology laboratories. Again, you can see the bottom right-hand corner of this slide, as well as a strengthening and conditioning suite. And then we also have an insectary, glasshouse, biology and zoology labs. Again, you can see that at the bottom left of this slide. So now I've told you about the subjects available. It's time to tell you a little bit about student life in Derby, where to live and what support is available for international students. So you can see some of our halls of residence here. Most of our halls of residence are a short distance from campus within easy reach of the city centre. Most first years living Halls and rooms are grouped into flats with shared kitchens and either could have a shared bathroom or ensuite room. Rent is all inclusive with no separate bills. Living in halls is really a great way for international students to live in a safe environment, make new friends, to organise events and activities, and then find their way around the city. However, if students do prefer to rent private property, which is slightly cheaper than halls of residence, we can help find the right place through our own accredited landlord scheme. So you wouldn't be looking for private accommodation without knowing that it's been checked out and accredited. We know that international students have some concerns, and their parents do, about when they arrive and fitting in, making new friends when they start. At the University of Derby, there are many different support networks available to help in this aspect. I mentioned that there is student support available pre-arrival, but there's much more available once you've arrived and enrolled as well. So when you start the university, you're initially assigned a personal tutor for the duration of your studies. This personal tutor will support you progress, help find work experience, and be somebody you can go to with any concerns during your studies. At our library, you'll meet specialist subject librarians who can help you access books, help with reference writing, and help with academic writing and note-taking. We have our own on-site doctor's surgery, which is available to all students, which also includes our student wellbeing service, which offers free and confidential advice to all students, including supporting health from long-term health problems or disabilities maybe, through to something as basic as how to get a good night's sleep or helping with time management. At Derby, we also have a SMART team, a student money advice and rights team, can provide financial advice and things like budgeting workshops for students. We have our own careers employability service that's there to help you find a part-time job whilst you're studying. We have through our employment agency, as well provide career advice during your studies, help with the placement, and even applying for jobs after you graduate. They can support you with CVs, cover letter skills, interviewing, assessment centre techniques. And from this year onwards, we will help students prepare to apply for the graduate route or post-study work after you graduated. We have a team of chaplains and faith consultants who are on hand to help at our award-winning multi-faith centre. Male and female prayer rooms are available. And then finally, but by no means least, the Derby English Language Centre offers students the opportunity to develop their English language skills through a range of pre-sessional and free in-sessional courses. So we will work closely with students to help them improve their academic writing, their presentation skills, their pronunciation and grammar, amongst many other things. Also, for any students who may have a conditional offer on language, then the centre offers the availability of the Derby English Language Test. This is an online test for students that may not meet the requirements at the start of the programme and might need to do to provide evidence of that. This is online in 2 parts, reading and writing, and then listening and speaking. Here are just some of the ways students can get involved with University Life at Derby. The Union of Students and our students themselves support and run more than 150 sports clubs and societies at our university, from academic and active to charity, religious and cultural clubs. You can join one of the culture groups like Derby Worldwide, Chinese Society, Spanish, African, Caribbean, Hellenic and Cypriot, where you can meet other international students. Think of a sport, and there's probably a club here for you, from individual sports like archery, boxing, swimming, trampolining and even weightlifting, to team sports like rugby, both union and league, football, hockey, cricket, netball, American football, even things like dodgeball and cheerleading, to name but a few. So now you've seen all the programs, I'm sure you're interested. If you decide to apply, each course has its own entry requirements, so it's best to check our website for the most up-to-date qualifications, or speak to Global, who will assist you with that. You can also find the international qualifications we accept onto our courses. Before you start the application, we always advise students to have made a clear decision on the course you're applying for. Again, if you would like advice on suitability of the course, You'll be able to find the program leader's email address on the course web pages, as well as the entry requirements for the course. You can contact me, of course, as the international officer, or again, as mentioned, you can contact Global Education. They'll give you lots of help. And you can find our details on our website on the slide at the end of this presentation. You can see some of the requirements there, and you can see that we accept the matric straight onto undergraduates, and also we accept matric English as evidence of English language for our programs as well. And also you can see some of the documents that you'll be required to provide for your application. You can apply through UCAS or online through the relevant course page, or we would advise you to apply through our partners through Global Education. They will help you with either with a direct application or with applying through UCAS. Financing your study. So our undergraduate and postgraduate degrees are competitively priced, we feel, and offer exceptional value for money. Course fees will vary on depending on the mode of study. So, for instance, campus or online with the cost will vary. For the latest information, please see our individual course pages. But here you can see the standard course fees at the moment. We charge the same price for all of our undergraduate programs and the majority of our postgraduate programs. And you can also see the PhD costs here, and also roughly cost per week for living in the host residence. Excuse me again. We also, though, have a range of discounts and scholarships available for international students. Full details, again, you'll be able to find on our website or by speaking to Global Education. But I've picked out a few of the most popular ones today. So our Vice Chancellor Scholarship, obviously, is very popular. There's one full year's tuition fees waived. To be considered for this, students will need to achieve high academic skills, exceeding the entry criteria for the course, and demonstrate exceptional achievements in extra activity, either in their own time or through their employment or their studies in the last 2 years. And this is applied through an application. We currently have a £2,000 guaranteed postgraduate taught discount, which is automatically given to all South African students, postgraduate students starting their course with us, either in January or September 2022. We have some other further scholarships worth £5,000 for academic excellence, again through application, and then £1,500 off tuition fees as well. And that one doesn't require an application. You just need to have achieved the required grades to have access to that one. And again, you'll see the required grades mentioned on our website. Plus, there is also a further £500 discount if tuition fees are paid in full by the time of enrollment. Terms and conditions do apply to discounts and offers, so please do check our website for full details and eligibility. So finally, just a little bit of talk about the fact we have our dedicated visa advisor here at Derby. His name is Ashley. You can see him there. As you will know, most international students, when they come to the UK to study a full-time course of more than 6 months, will need to apply for a student visa, formerly known as Tier 4. There's lots of helpful information about visa and immigration on our website, so please go to derby.ac.uk/visas to find that information, or again, please speak to Global Education. Once you accept an unconditional offer from us, you need to pay a £3,000 tuition fee deposit. This is refundable in the event that your visa is refused. You'll then need to provide evidence of maintenance funds, if applicable, in order to receive the CAS, or the confirmation of acceptance to study, which will be needed when applying for your student visa. Further details on maintenance funds can be found on our website. If you need any help with the application process, please don't hesitate to contact our admission team or myself, or again, Global Education. There is no deadline for applications, but it's important to leave enough time for you to sort your visa, and we would advise not to apply in for CAS any later than the end of August. And then if you have to do it then, using a fast track service for visa. Our government has recently announced the return of the post-study work visa or graduate scheme, starting in the UK this year, and you would apply again through our immigration advisor, Ash Slater, towards the end of your studies with us. So thank you, everyone. I hope you found the webinar useful and it's given you lots of reasons why to apply to Derby. That it's a great place to study. So please visit our website. I don't really want to mention this because talk about it often, but you will need to check that for the up-to-date information for the latest guidance on COVID. And of course, we'll still contact you directly anyway throughout the year. So if you have any questions, please email us at International or direct me to Global Office, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So here are the contact details for both of us. So that's all we've time today. So please go ahead with your questions.
Thank you so much, Chris. What an informative presentation. And it's just such an exceptionally competitive institution, especially when you have such impressive and high standard facilities that you're offering such niched courses at also such competitive fees. I really am very impressed, and I'm always curious to see which niched courses each institution has to offer. And Derby has so many, I don't actually know which one to hone in on. One that did stand out to me was the psychotherapies. I think that's one part of Derby which is very niched at Derby, and it's not something that you could find easily at other institutions. So that's quite an interesting course that they offer, the psychotherapies. I think drama therapy, dance therapy, very interesting. I wanted to ask if you would be able to expand a little bit more on the methods of delivery at the moment. So I know that the borders are open, students are able to travel through to the UK, but for students who are not able to travel
Right, so
at the moment, maybe they have restrictions in their own countries, how long can they be learning online for?
So this intake now, we've actually returned back to face-to-face for everything. So what we at the moment, so we're working with the information we have as we go along. So at the moment, most students have come on campus and are back to face-to-face. We have allowed remote study for students that are delayed for the first semester, so they can remote study for the first full semester, during which time we think the students will be able to arrange their visas and arrive for face-to-face teaching. So we know some students will be delayed. So for instance, students from South Africa may still have to quarantine at the airport, or have been delayed because of COVID. So we allow those students to start online, but it's a delay really. So we expect them to arrive on campus whenever they can, but we're given the option at the moment to arrive late and not to miss any studies by starting online first.
Yes, of course. Okay, great. Thank you. And then I think I've identified the niche courses, the courses that I like. Are there any particular courses at Derby that stand out to you that you think can sometimes be underrated? I mean this in the sense that students coming straight out of high school tend to hone in on the very popular faculties, the medicine faculty, the engineering faculty, business, law, and can sometimes lose sight of some really new, innovative and interesting courses. Are there any that you are quite interested in or in particularly fond of?
I think like you mentioned, some of the health courses and some of the therapeutic arts courses. So we do get students from South Africa particularly interested in things like occupational therapy. And as you mentioned, their therapeutic arts. So we have a degree called Creative Expressive Therapies, the undergraduate, and then masters afterwards. So that in the first year, you cover all the types of therapeutic arts. So you learn a bit about. So we do art therapy, drama therapy, music therapy, and dance therapy. So you would learn about how to talk to your clients, your patients, how to find out what's actually wrong with them. You look at different aspects of how those therapies are used in the real world. And then in the second, third year, you move on to specialize in a specific area. So whether you're more interested in dance, whether you're more interested in arts, whether you're more interested in music. So these therapies are used in a lot of different ways. So the obvious ones, many of the therapists will go and work in homes for children with learning disabilities, perhaps. But also these therapies are used in things like, which is something that's very close to my heart, because my mum has this, dementia care and things like that. So helping, keep those cognitive skills going. They also then will go, you can also be worked, students can go and work in hospitals, in rehabilitation sections, again, using those. So there's a lot of, so if you love art and you want to take care of people, it's the perfect combination. And students seem to be the happiest students. That's why it sort of springs to mind. They seem to be the happiest students on campus. So that's sort of the one that sort of pops up. The other one tends to be the sports students, because the sports students get so much interaction with the sort of sports sector around the city. So our sports management students do things like running. So our sports management students may run the halftime show at a national football match, whilst our media football journalist students are watching the game and writing an article, and our film students are actually filming the match. And there's 3-4 different courses doing projects together.
Talk about
doing
interactive.
That. Yeah, no. It is, and I remember this only in South Africa because one of the lads did a project last year, and the pictures you'll see of them organising the halftime events, and he's from Port Elizabeth. So he organised that event, and he did his dissertation. He actually did his dissertation on a special project on. He organised a year of events for a retiring cricketer. Again, I mentioned earlier Wayne Madsen used to play for hockey in South Africa. So his project for a year as a sports management student was to arrange all the things for him for his final year, his benefit year at Derbyshire County Cricket Club. So he organised something like it was a television and radio programme where we had one of the main BBC commentators came on and interviewed Wayne and did a select thing about his career and growing up in South Africa and deciding whether to play hockey or cricket, moving to the UK. And also he did that as his project and organised a lot of events throughout the year. That was his dissertation. So that's another one that sticks in my mind.
That's amazing. Yeah, gee, wow. So thank you for expanding on that and telling us a bit more about how students are putting their courses into practice. That's always really exciting to hear about. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation and for introducing a new side of Derby to myself as well. So yeah, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
I think we've given the students all the information
Great stuff.
that they need. And I'm really excited to be hopefully getting some applications. So for everyone joining, thank you for joining us today. If you have decided that after this presentation, Derby is the university for you, please don't hesitate to contact us or Chris. We'll be happy to help you with your application process. We'll actually be communicating directly with Chris to make sure that your application is the best that it can be and hopefully get you the offer that you're looking for. So thank you everyone for joining. Have a wonderful evening ahead, and we will see you at the next Expo. Good night.
Bye.